Welcome to Public Speaking with Peter George. This is a QuickBites episode. Public speaking tips and techniques you can digest in 5 minutes or less. I'm Peter George, public speaking trainer, speaker, and award-winning author of The Captivating Public Speaker. If you fail to engage your audience immediately, it's incredibly hard to win them back. So the first 30 seconds of your presentation, your attention-grabbing opening, has to reach out and grab them. Let's start with what not to do, because I see speakers make these mistakes constantly. Don't start with, "Thank you for the introduction." Yeah, it's polite, but it's just a filler that delays the start of your actual talk. Don't say, "I'd like to thank." Same problem, same delay. Don't say, "It's a pleasure to be here," as opposed to what? As for saying, "I'm nervous," of course you are, but admitting it does little to calm your nerves and is again a delay tactic. And please never ever say, "I didn't practice." It's disrespectful and undermines your credibility before you've even begun. These phrases are so common you might be thinking, but everyone uses them. Exactly. And that's one of the reasons they're so ineffective. You want to stand out, not blend in with every other speaker your audience has ever heard. So what should you do? You need to grab your audience's attention immediately with something that makes them think, "Wait, I need to hear this." To help you with that, here are 5 proven ways to open strong. 1. Start with a powerful question. Not a rhetorical throwaway, but something that makes your audience actually think. What if I told you that 80% of what you actually believe about productivity is wrong? Now you've got their attention because you've challenged their assumptions. 2. Tell a compelling story. Stories are powerful because they engage the emotional brain. Start with a moment of tension or conflict. Maybe something like, 3 years ago, I'm standing in front of my biggest client and I can't remember a single word of my presentation. Now your audience is hooked and wants to know what happened next. 3. Share a startling statistic or bold statement. Maybe something like, every 30 seconds, someone in this country loses their job to lacking a skill they could have learned in less than a week. That's startling and specific. 4. Cite a quote, but make sure it directly ties into your message and isn't something everyone's heard before. 5. Describe a problem your audience faces. It could be something like, you spend 3 hours preparing for a meeting, and it gets derailed in the first 5 minutes. Sound familiar? When you articulate their pain point, they immediately lean in because you're speaking their language. Now, here's what makes an opening truly powerful. It should connect directly to your core message and ultimately to the transformation you're creating. Your opening isn't just about getting attention. It's about getting the right kind of attention that leads somewhere meaningful. Think of your opening as a promise. You're promising your audience that if they give you their attention, you're going to deliver something valuable. And here's the critical part. You need to fulfill that promise. So here's your challenge. Look at the opening of your next presentation. Does it grab attention immediately? Does it avoid those weak, overused phrases? Does it connect to your core message? If not, rewrite it using one of the techniques you just heard. Remember, in order to be of service to your audience, in order to transform them in some way, you've got to make those first 30 seconds count. Thank you for devouring another QuickBites episode of Public Speaking with Peter George. Are you ready to be calm, confident, and credible every time you speak in public? Then check out petergeorgepublicspeaking.com and let's make it happen.